Good evening and welcome to Shaw Gymnasium in Beverly Hills, Michigan for this presentation of Yellow Jacket Basketball. It's a special night here in the Shaw Gymnasium. It's senior night for this women's basketball team, honoring their only senior, number 24, Ariana Wiggins. I'm Luka Nowinski, joined by Steve Lepkowski. Lep, it's going to be a great night here. You know, obviously senior night is always special for these Yellow Jacket teams. What is it about senior night that just makes it so special?
Well, Luca, we've talked about in the past, this is our third senior night of the year. We did football in the fall, men's basketball last week, and now women's basketball. And, the things I like to highlight as, someone who's been in the shoes of, in tonight's case, only Ariana, this is a culminating event over 4 years of being a part of a program and a part of our school. And, we've referenced before, Shaw Gym is the centerpiece of our high school. And so there's so many events here, whether it be clubs, whether it be dances, testing, assemblies, or just having free time after school to shoot around or hang out with friends. And so now you're on this court. It's your senior night, and it's just a special, special feeling. Most times with seniors, it's bittersweet. There's an excitement, but you're going into this game knowing this is the last time playing. Some years we're able to host districts or regionals. That's not the case. So this is truly not only senior night, the last time Ariana Wiggins will play on this historic gym floor. So I'm excited for her. I'd expect her to have a great game, similar to the men's team last week where we had 4 seniors. With this roster being so young, and we've talked about it all season long, a high-performing roster. We're sitting at 16-5 and, favorites to make a deep playoff run. All the other players I know they are going to be looking for Ariana on the floor, wanting her to have the best night possible. And then, obviously, at halftime, we'll honor her for all her contributions to the program.
And notably for this team and for Ariana, the road does not end here. This might be the last game of the regular season, but they're poised to start their deep playoff run starting next week in the district round at Notre Dame Prep. It's sure to be a team that no one's going to want to see in the playoffs, and I'm so excited to see what they're going to be able to bring to the table in the postseason.
Yeah, we'll be the number 1 seed in districts, and I think as things go the way they should, I'm expecting us to get through districts and regionals. We play our game. I don't see a team in that bracket that is going to be able to hang with us. And then, ultimately it's probably going to lead to a showdown with the perennial power DEPSA in the quarterfinal. DEPSA knocked us out last year and went on to win the state championship. So, we got to get there. But you said it. This team, this is certainly not our last game, and they're expecting to be playing in March.
Absolutely, and sure to be a great postseason as we get closer. Now we're going to get ready for some introductions and national anthem. Let's send it down to our public address announcer, John Porter.
Let us honor and respect their efforts and sacrifices on our behalf. Civilians, please remove your caps. All veterans, we encourage you to render the appropriate salute. And everyone able, please stand at attention. Place your right hand over your heart and join the Detroit Country Day School Bella Noche Choir in singing our national anthem.
We welcome you back inside Shaw Gymnasium, just moments away from tip-off. Let's meet the starting lineups, starting with the Blue Devils from Grosse Pointe South. Number 1, Maddie Bernard. Number 4, Clara Bacher. Number 10, Catherine Patty. Number 11, Alex Lupo. And number 23, Morgan Duff. And for your Yellow Jackets, it's your usual 5. It's number 0, Naya Crispin. Number 2, Cece Arico. Number 3, Jayla Jackson. Number 12, Sanaya Blackwell. And last but certainly not least, the lone senior on this team, number 24, Ariana Wiggins. And you can hear the cheers from the crowd as Ariana Wiggins' name is announced here. Her final time stepping onto the floor as a Yellow Jacket. Sure to be a great game here tonight. And like you said, this team playing for their senior.
Absolutely. What a great response from the crowd. It seems like we have a large contingent of Ariana's family here. And that's just what you want to see. It's a beautiful thing that high school athletics can be. And, you know, what makes it even more special, what a great person Ariana is. And she's been the senior leader on this young squad, young, talented squad. But, you know, without someone who's been through all the battles and a senior, you know, it's kind of the captain and figuratively and literally of this team and, you know, really pushing them forward. And she's done a just unbelievable job. So, hey, awesome to see. I mean, you can tell the crowd's excited, and we're going to have a great night of basketball.
Excitement is definitely in this room. The final time that the Yellow Jacket contingent will be able to see this team on the home floor before playoffs. Sure to be a great game of basketball. Cece Arico at center court for the Yellow Jackets alongside Maddie Bernard for the Blue Devils. And we are underway as the Yellow Jackets control the tip.
And Grosse Pointe in a 1-3-1 zone, so this is something I don't think we've seen all year.
And they poke it away. It's Bernard with it. Going down low, shooting over Naya Crispin, just rolls out. Ariana Wiggins with the rebound for the Yellow Jackets. Facing some pressure from Bernard. Pass over on the right side to Crispin. Back over left side, Blackwell now. Finds Jayla Jackson in the corner, driving baseline, pass to Ariana Wiggins. Her shot doesn't go. Arico with the putback and getting the scoring started here tonight.
Great look by Jayla there. And CC cleans it up on the boards. And, you know, great first set there. Coming out a little full court pressure, man pressure. But, you know, as we've talked, Luca, this is a great last tune-up for us. We're facing a defense, to my knowledge, I don't think we faced 1-3-1. So this is another good opportunity to, you know, just kind of dot the I's and cross the T's before the playoffs.
Bernard bringing it up for the Blue Devils. Working against Arico. Bernard with it on the right side. Gets a screen, looking for an open teammate, and Wiggins tipped it away. Arico had it. It went off of someone's foot.
Yeah, I got a kickball. I know CC, she saw Ariana run down the court. She wanted to give her outlet to get that first layup for Ariana. But, you know, you can tell already all the girls are really, you know, they want Ariana to have a great game, and they're looking for her.
Here's Wiggins with it on the right side. Pass over to Sanaya Blackwell. And her pass is taken away. It's Bernard with it, going the length of the court for the Blue Devils. Lays it up and fouled on her way up. That one will likely go against Jayla Jackson.
Yeah, good hustle by Jayla. You know, we've talked about this. You know, when we get on these breaks, you want to try to execute a low block, which, you know, put your hand down on the ball when it's on the hip of the offensive player. She just got a little bit too high, and, you know, more often than not, a ref's going to call that a foul.
Bernard at the line to shoot 2 for Grosse Pointe South. Hits the first.
And I'm sure with that 1-3-1 zone, they're going to trap out of it. And Grosse Pointe's going to want to play at a slow pace against Country Day. And so our job's going to be to speed it up. And now they're, you know, in a 2-2-1 full court, so they're using different fronts here to try to stall our offense.
Crispin has it on the right side. Wiggins for 3. No good. Long rebound for Cece Arico. Corrals it on the offensive glass and pass over to Nia Crispin. Her foot was out of bounds, so Grosse Pointe South will take over. Both teams bringing some intensity on defense to start here, causing some turnovers and not making it easy to get down the length of the floor. It's Bachert with it. Facing a trap, and Arico took it away. CC Arico going all the way and scoring for the Yellow Jackets. She's got all 4 points for the Yellow Jackets so far tonight. There's Wiggins on the defensive effort, trying to take it away. Pass up to Bernard now. Long pass down low. It's Lupo. That one goes out of bounds. Grosse Pointe South will keep it.
Yeah, Grosse Pointe South comes in at 8-13 on the season, but they look to be a pretty tough out here. Early on, you would think on paper this would be an uneven matchup, but right now they're playing us pretty tough.
Bockert looking to inbound. Finds Bernard on the right side, working against Arico. 2 minutes into this one. Country Day up on the scoreboard 4-2 early. Lupo working on the left side, gets it over to Bockert, working against Crispin. Back out to Bernard. Nice behind the back pass. There's a fight for the ball underneath the basket. Wiggins comes up with it. Long pass up to Nia Crispin. Lays it up and lays it in and one. Nia Crispin.
What a great outlet and vision by Ariana to Nia. And we're playing 94 feet of basketball right now, and that's, Country Day women's basketball in 2025. We are up and down, and early on we're doing a really good job from the jump of making this a full court game, which, recently there have been times where we've been slowed down a little bit with that. So that's nice to see.
And Crispin hits the free throw to convert on the three-point play. Bernard with it. Right side, Bockert. Lots of ball movement on the perimeter for Grosse Pointe South. Now driving, and that one, there's a fight for it down below the basket. They kick it back out to Bernard. Bernard puts up a shot. It's no good. Rebound to Rico. Long pass up to Sanaya Blackwell. Going down low, and that's going to be a charge.
Yeah, Sanaya got a little loose with her lead forearm there, but again, we are playing 94 feet of basketball. Our outlets are down the court, and that's going to be good for us tonight.
Yellow Jackets took it away. It's Wiggins underneath the basket and a foul called.
Yeah, we're doing a great job with our man pressure, full court, and again, every time there's a turnover, we get a rebound. Luca, we are looking down the court to attack and with a long pass, and I think we got a chance here to score a lot of points tonight.
There's Ariana Wiggins making the first free throw. And there's the second. That one goes out of bounds. Grosse Pointe South will keep it. Nice defensive pressure from Nia Crispin.
And sometimes you get in these senior day environments and you're a senior, you let the moment let you get a little bit too tense. And I'm sure Ariana is really happy to finally get those 2 points and kind of get off the schneid, so to speak, and she can just play now. And so I look for her to continue and attack the basket.
Bockert has it for the Blue Devils. Finds a teammate. It's Bernard. Mid-range shot is good. Bernard has all 4 of Grosse Pointe South's points to start here. Arico long pass to Wiggins on the right side. Bounce pass Arico down low and puts it through. Country Day bringing the pressure. Pass goes into Morgan Duff. Duff trying to break through the Yellow Jacket press. Arico hits the floor, and so does Duff. A foul will be called.
Yeah, I just had feet tangle up there. That wasn't intentional, but, I like the pace of play out of the Yellow Jackets right now. We're playing stingy defense at a full court, and we're, again, running up and down. This is our style for success, and certainly in March it's going to be.
Here's Bernard with it. Just about halfway through this first quarter. Yellow Jackets up on the scoreboard 11-4. Bockert trying to get through Nia Crispin's defense. Kicks it out to Duff for 3. That one's short. Long rebound for Arico. Pass up to Jayla Jackson now. Working down low. Puts up a shot. Gets her own rebound. Puts up another one and fouled on her way up.
That's classic Jayla Jackson. Attack the basket. If it doesn't go in, get your rebound. And just we've highlighted it so much. She is so talented around the rim with her body control. And that is evident right there.
First foul against Bernard. Jackson makes her first free throw. and hits them both.
So now we're showing a zone full court here.
Patty with it. And that pass was tipped by CC Rico. Bernard handles it. Trying to drive now, puts up a shot. That one goes through. Crispin taking it up for the Yellow Jackets. Cross-court pass now to Arico. Arico driving through traffic, putting it up, doesn't fall. Duff with the rebound. Moving quickly now for Grosse Pointe South. Duff drives. It's taken away by Arico. Arico on the floor, and Crispin tried to save it. It goes out of bounds. This one will stay with Grosse Pointe South.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I don't know if we've called a game where both teams have come out with this full court press for so deep into the first quarter. So, I thought that Grosse Pointe would try to slow it, but it doesn't look like that's their plan tonight.
Bernard with it. Puts up a shot. That one's no good. Fight for the rebound down low. Sanaya Blackwell ends up with it. Long pass from CC Arico to Jayla Jackson. That one goes out of bounds. So Grosse Pointe South will take over.
Yeah, it's evident, Coach Dean this week must have been working on their deep outlet passes to get on the break, because every time we get a rebound, we are looking down the court.
Bernard handling for the Blue Devils. Pass over to Duff. Now in the corner, it's Bear. Her pass tipped around. Duff corralled it. Now it's Bernard with it. Working on the right side. Sanaya Blackwell not letting anything happen. Grosse Pointe South forced back on the outside. Cross-court pass, three-point shot. That one's no good. That was Patty with it. Now Blackwell working. And that one goes out of bounds. Grosse Pointe South will take over again.
Yeah, just another opportunity, get a long shot. And a lot of times if you shoot a three, don't make it, you're going to get these long rebounds. And Sanaya was at the top of the defense and able to take that the distance there.
Patty with it. Now over to Bernard. Melina Eunice is checked in for your Yellow Jackets. Duff's pass was tipped by Arico. Now it's Bear with it. Correction, that was Lupo. Long three-pointer for Bernard. That one's no good. Offensive rebound. And that'll be a timeout called by Grosse Pointe South.
Yeah, Country Day is asserting themselves tonight on the court, but, I've been impressed with Grosse Pointe South really matching them defensively. And, I'm sure that Grosse Pointe South is in the huddle here and trying to figure out in their half court. They've been a little stagnated on their half court, and that'll be up to them to try to figure that out. And, it'll be interesting to see if they're able to continue to apply the full court zone press, because we're breaking it pretty easily. So I wonder at some point, are they just going to fall back to that 1-3-1? Because that 1-3-1 half court early in the game was, they were giving us problems with that, being able to trap it, double team. So that'll be interesting to see as this game progresses.
1:59 here to go in this first quarter of action. Country Day up on the scoreboard, 13-6. And that was Schweschinger for Grosse Pointe South working down low.
Yeah, nice. That was a great call and out-of-bounds play. They dialed up at the timeout.
Wiggins with it on the left side for the Yellow Jackets. Trying to work against the defense. Crispin cross-court pass, Arico for three. That one's good. Of course it is.
Yeah, she's picking right where she left off from Tuesday.
Grosse Pointe South trying to break the press. It's Duff with it, driving, puts one up, and puts it through.
Been real impressed with Duff. She can really handle and attack the seams of the defense.
Wiggins with it on the right side, draws a double team. It's Jackson going down low now. That one's no good. CC Arico with the putback. Bernard, pass over to Bachert. Little back and forth here. That one's picked away. CC Arico got in front of the pass. Under a minute to go in this first quarter. Arico for three. That one's short. Jackson with the offensive rebound and the putback.
Yeah, the Yellow Jacks are playing really tenacious on both ends of the court, and they're just impressive. Again, when we all five are playing as one, we are just really a tough team to match up against.
Long three there is no good. It hits the top of the backboard a little bit there, so it goes out of bounds. Country Day will take over 34 seconds to go in this first quarter.
Yeah, now Grosse Pointe is just falling back to their 1-3-1. And, you know, even though we've scored, we've definitely had more difficulty against this half-court zone because they're able to trap, and it's just a unique thing you just don't see too often in high school basketball.
Crispin has it on the left side. Pass bounces off a Grosse Pointe South player. Now Arico with it. Eunice in the corner for three. That one's good. Just under 15 seconds to go in this first quarter. Grosse Pointe South's going to have to hurry. It's Bockert with it. Trapped by the Yellow Jackets. It's a jump ball. That'll mean Grosse Pointe South will keep it and have to inbound with 7.4 on the clock.
Yeah, they caught Bockert right past the half-court line in that corner, and that is no man's land. That is not where you want to be because you have the sideline and the half-court line as defense's friend.
Yellow Jackets take it away. 3 seconds on the clock. Eunice for three. No good, and that will mean the buzzer will sound, and the first quarter has ended. Yellow Jackets up on the scoreboard 23-10.
At the end of each first quarter, we have our shout-out, and this will be the last shout-out of the year, and it's going to go to Mrs. Sherry Williams, who is our athletics operation coordinator at Country Day. Sherry started working at Country Day over 20 years ago and initially was our head athletic trainer at the school, but then transitioned to a role in the business office, and recently she's come back to the athletics end of the school. And I know I can speak for the athletic directors, Dan McLean, Dan Luft, Ross Cooper, and Amber Dean to say Sherry's truly transformed that athletic department with her new capacity. And, you know, more importantly, Sherry just truly bleeds blue and gold. She's at so many events with her family and one of the biggest supporters of Country Day athletics. She's got a beautiful family with her husband, Daryl, and her children, Tony, Vivian, and Derek. And I know Tony actually got our first shout-out of the year. He listens to so many broadcasts, and he's one of the best fans of Country Day athletics. And Vivian, she graduated from Country Day, currently a member of the track and field team at Northwood University. Derek is a junior. We got to broadcast his games on the football field this past fall, and he's a Division I recruit in both football and track. And I just can't say enough how important Sherry and her family are to Country Day. So Sherry and the fam, Lep says hi, and I hope you enjoyed the broadcast tonight. And thank you again for all of you, each one of you, of what you've done for Country Day.
Absolutely a well-deserved shout-out there. Yellow Jackets have it on offense to start the second quarter of action. It's Crispin with it. Now over to Wiggins. Wiggins driving and putting it through on senior night. She's got 4 points.
What a great move and touch off the glass. Great take there by Ariana.
Grosse Pointe South now working to respond. It's Bernard with it. Gives up to Lupo, now in the corner. It's Duff for three. That one's too long. Crispin corrals it. Long pass up to Jayla Jackson now. Jackson drives and fouled on her way up.
Yeah, just thoroughly impressed. I know I've said it already probably too many times on this broadcast. We are just looking down the court, and we're beating them and preventing them most times to get in that 1-3-1. And that's the best way to attack that kind of defense is just don't deal with it, get down before they get on the defensive end.
Jackson hits the first free throw. She's got 5 points early on in this one. Two for two at the line for Jackson now. Bockert almost found Bernard. It gets tipped out of bounds, so the Yellow Jackets will get another offensive possession.
Yeah, defensive full court pressure, unforced turnover, and we are watching us at our best pace here. I mean, all of a sudden now it's a 17-point lead early in the second quarter, and we get on runs. We just score in bunches.
Arico for three. That one's no good. Out of bounds. Grosse Pointe South will take over. Bockert will inbound. It's Patty with it on the right side, working against Wiggins. Back to Bockert. Now Bernard's going to try to break through the press. Gets over to the other end of the court. Now looking to set the table. Duff with it. Swings it to Bockert. Now down low for Bernard. Bernard has 8 points.
Yeah, real nice backdoor cut there by Bernard, getting the layup there.
Here's Jackson with it. Right side, Crispin. Puts up a three. That one's no good. Rebound to Rico. Just reached over Bockert and puts it through. What a job by CC Rico.
Yeah, she's picking up where she left off on Tuesday. She's playing so hard on both ends of the defense. It's why she's probably one of the more complete players in the state of Michigan.
Duff swings it over left side. Now it's Patty at the top. Back to Duff right side. Bernard looking to get through CC Rico, and it's poked away. Alina Eunice ended up with it. Now it's Crispin. Pass up to Wiggins. Wiggins kicks it out. Eunice. Bounce pass inside. Jackson fighting through some contact. Gets her own rebound. Puts it up, and she's fouled. She'll go back to the line. She's 4 for 4 from the line so far tonight.
Yeah, Jayla, again, she's so tough. She gets so many second chance points because she never gives up on a play, even when she takes a shot like that. And sometimes the defense gets caught staring at the ball, and she's already kind of trying to figure out where it's going to come off the rim. Great effort.
That foul was on Morgan Duff, her first.
You know, Luca, as we watch the Yellow Jackets, it's almost, we've seen some great performances, and as the season's unfolded, it's hard to believe they only have one senior on the team. They're living in the moment and have a great chance to go deep in the playoffs, but think of the future for women's basketball.
Yeah, you've got a lot of sophomores and juniors that really perform like seniors, and it's just incredible to see. So excited to see what this team can do, not only this year, but in the years to come, like you said. Head Coach Amber Dean's just really building this great program here.
Yeah, she is, and, in year 3, and again, it takes a little bit when you're taking over a program, and now she's definitely hitting her stride. And again, I'm not one to hit the fast forward button because I think we've got a heck of a chance to go very deep in the playoffs, but it's hard not to think about next year and the year after.
Now Jayla Jackson at the free throw stripe for your Yellow Jackets. Shooting 2 after she was fouled on the shot. That one's no good. Maya Hamoud coming in for the Yellow Jackets. Jackson goes 0 for 2 at the line. Not really used to seeing that. She was 4 for 4 before.
Yeah, we'll let her miss once in a while. She's having such a great year, and can't make every free throw.
Bernard with it. Now over to Lupo. Swings it to the corner for Duff. Duff working. Gives it back up to Patty. Now it's Bockert trying to find an open lane. It's poked away. Alina Eunice running down the length of the floor for the Yellow Jackets. Puts up a shot and it goes through. Nice job by Alina Eunice.
Great left-hand contested shot there by Alina, and obviously a great play on her part.
And now this one's taken away. Jayla Jackson and Ariana Wiggins teaming up on that one. Jackson passes over to Rico underneath the basket, tries to pass it back out, and she's fouled. And they're going to give her a couple of free throws now.
Yeah, we've seen this story unfold all year long. We play with 5 guards at all times, so someone gets a rebound, they can capability to pass it or dribble it. Anytime someone catches it, they can attack the basket. And while if we run into an opponent with major size, we're going to have to adjust our style defensively a little bit. But offensively, we're just tough cover. There doesn't matter who's on our roster. They all can handle, and you're just seeing it play out now.
That was the second foul against Bockert as Rico makes both free throws. Her point total's up to 15. Duff inbounds to Bernard. Yellow Jackets back off the pressure. Blue Devils continuing to look for a lane. This Yellow Jacket defense has been tough all night. Bernard puts one up and fouled. She'll go to the line now. And that's the second foul against Arico.
Yeah, at this point with the lead the way it is, it'll be interesting to see if Coach Dean lets CC finish out this quarter or, kind of give her a little rest, save her for the second half so foul trouble for her isn't an issue.
Bernard hits the first free throw. Two for two now at the line. She has 10 points so far tonight, leading the charge for the Blue Devils. Now here's Jackson working for the Yellow Jackets. Her pass is tipped and taken away. Blue Devils working quickly. It's Duff working against Eunice. Blackwell getting in there. Has to give it up. It's Bernard now. Finds Lupo for three. That one's no good. Blackwell with the rebound. Now Yellow Jackets moving quickly. Pass up to Jayla Jackson down low. Easy layup for Jayla Jackson.
That's what I mean. Sanaya was out. She comes back in and just doesn't miss a beat. And what great vision. We've seen that all night from the Yellow Jackets.
Lupo down low, no good. Patty tries to put back. That one doesn't go. Out of bounds, and Country Day takes over. Another cheer for Ariana Wiggins as she checks in.
I tell you what, she's a rock star tonight, and we kind of reference this. It's a senior night, but she can get all attention tonight. She's the only senior, so whether she likes it or not, all eyes are going to be on her the whole game, and certainly at halftime. Such a cool thing.
Jackson taking it up. Yellow Jackets have a 35-14 lead. Jackson cross-court pass to Eunice. That pass is tipped away. Bernard with it. Slicing and dicing through the Yellow Jacket defense and scoring. Bernard's had quite a night, 12 points now.
Yeah, she's obviously pretty much the offense for Grosse Pointe, so we're going to have to contain her as this game goes on.
Here's Hamoud with it on the left side. Lob pass up to Eunice. Eunice gets it to Wiggins in the corner, driving. Bounce pass. Eunice puts a shot up, and it just goes right through.
That was a definition of a rainbow there. That thing could have gone over a 7-footer.
Eunice has 7 points tonight. Lupo on the right side. Back out to Bear. Bear working against Hamoud. Now it's Bernard with it. Has to back out. Bernard just puts up a shot. That one's no good. Wiggins with it underneath the basket. Wiggins going to slow it down and bring it up. Under 3 minutes to go before halftime. It's Blackwell with it left side. Cross-court pass, Jackson for three. That one's no good. Rebound for Duff. Duff trying to fight through the Yellow Jacket pressure. And that was Bernard trying to drive inside. She's fouled on the floor.
Yeah, we've done a great job with our man-to-man defense on the half court, just stifling right now. And you can even see most times Grosse Pointe South is rushing their shots. It's just, it's almost like they're probably feeling we have 6 defenders of how quick and how we're moving our feet defensively.
That was the second foul against Sanaya Blackwell. Bernard puts up a shot. It's no good. Blackwell running down the court. Pass up to Ariana Wiggins, going down low and putting it through.
Showtime. That's pretty. It's it's like the Lakers in the 80s. I mean, we are going up and down the court right now. Another beautiful pass, bounce pass by Sinai, and what a great finish by Ariana.
Cross-court pass. Grosse Pointe South trying to work. Crispin tipped it. Bear was able to save it. Now it's Bernard with it on the right side, working against Jackson. Her pass was tipped. Now it's Schweschinger trying to go down low. That one's no good. Blackwell on the glass again. Pass up to Crispin. Crispin lobs it up. Jackson can't corral it. It's Schweschinger with it for the Blue Devils, and now Bernard will take it up. Under 2 minutes to go before halftime. That pass is taken away by Wiggins. Long pass up to Jayla Jackson all alone and putting it through. Jayla Jackson with 10 now.
we're putting a clinic on fast break offense right now. You can make a video about this on this game tonight. What great vision by everybody, and we're finishing at the rack, which is a big part of that.
Bernard with it now. Pass over to Duff for 3. That one's no good. Grosse Pointe South gets the offensive rebound. Jayla Jackson dives for it. Now Blackwell with it. Pass over to Allie Schwartz.
Wow.
Behind the back pass to Jayla Jackson and putting it through. What a job by Allie Schwartz.
Yeah, they're having fun out there right now. They got 5 players in the zone playing as one. That is pretty to see.
I don't know if we've heard Shaw Gymnasium this loud all year.
No, it's great.
That one's out of bounds, and the Yellow Jackets will take over. Great job by Sanaya Blackwell to affect the pass there. Under a minute to go, Yellow Jackets will take over, up on the scoreboard 43-16.
Yeah, you just feel the energy in the gym, as you referenced. But a lot of this is, once again, night after night, our girls play so hard, diving on the ground, and you get rewarded for that at some point if you hustle on the court all the time.
Here's Wiggins with it. No look pass to Crispin. Now down low, it's Blackwell. Her shot's no good. Arico almost got the rebound for the Yellow Jackets. It'll go out of bounds, and Grosse Pointe South takes over.
As we get to the end of the season now, before playoffs, and you've referenced it from the jump, from one of our first games calling the women's team, they're so unselfish. And now you're in your 22nd game of playing like that, and we are just operating at such a high efficiency.
That one almost taken away. Grosse Pointe South will keep it on the offensive end. Maybe they called a jump ball there. Bernard inbounds to Schweschinger. Three-point shot, no good. Offensive rebound, kicks it out. It's Bear for 3. That one's no good. Rebound Bockert, who puts it through. 6 on the clock. Wiggins working. 3 on the clock. It's picked away. Bernard puts up a shot. That one's no good. Buzzer sounds. We are at halftime. Yellow Jackets up on the scoreboard 43-18.
What a great half by the Yellow Jackets. They playing defense, scoring at will, running the court. Truly putting on a show here for senior night for Ariana, all the fans, and this is literally exactly what you hope for any kind of senior night.
Well, a great offensive performance, certainly by the Yellow Jackets in that first half, scoring 43, but also a great defensive performance. Yeah. Grosse Pointe South, especially in that second quarter, just had nowhere to go.
If I'm a coach around the state of Michigan, seeing this is the last regular season game, watching Country Day play, I'm probably going to have some sleepless nights because you said it. They score at will, play full court, but maybe they don't get as much credit for their defense. And, holding Grosse Pointe South to 18 points in half, and if they play defense like this, it would be very difficult to show me a team that is going to be able to play with them in the playoffs.
We're at halftime in this one, just a few moments away from an interview with Country Day head coach Amber Dean with her thoughts on the first half. All right, let's send it down to our sideline reporter, Gavin Hoppy. He's with Country Day head coach Amber Dean. Take it away, Gavin.
Thanks, Luca. Coach Dean, dominant first half, important night. Are you going to even try and make adjustments in the second half?
I think so. Yeah. There's a kid out there on their team, number 1, Maddie Bernard, who's still getting a little bit too open, too many touches. This is just one of those games where it's a game within a game, and we want to just compete against ourselves as well and be better in some of those areas where we'll see some of the similar things, maybe a star player, good three-point shooting team in the playoffs that we want to be prepared for. So we want to use this still for sure. So we'll try to make that adjustment, guard number 1 a little bit tighter. I don't know how many turnovers we have, but I'm sure it's not zero. So we want to be better at that as well after half.
Thank you. Back to you, Luca.
Thank you, Gavin. Thank you, Coach Dean. We're going to get a senior night presentation in just a few moments here for our lone senior Ariana Wiggins, just moments away from that. We'll take a quick step aside. This is your home for Yellow Jacket basketball. We welcome you back to this presentation of Yellow Jacket basketball. We're at halftime. Yellow Jackets up on the scoreboard 43-18. Let's send it down to our public address announcer, John Porter, for this senior night presentation.
Scholar Athlete Mission and our school's motto, Mensana Incorporated Sana. Please welcome senior guard, Ariana Wiggins. Ari is accompanied tonight by her mother Sam, her father Raymond, and her older brother and 2023 DCDS alum, Jamari. Ariana's favorite class over her time here has been Crime and Corruption with Mr. Capoletti, and her most influential faculty member has been Mrs. Lamb. Ari will most miss the family and friendships she formed throughout her time here. Although she is still undecided on her college destination, Ari plans to study sports management. Her advice to her younger returning teammates is, keep working hard and do not let anyone take away your joy. Enjoy your high school experience to the fullest. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a warm round of applause for Ariana Wiggins and the here at Detroit Country Day School. Thank you.
We welcome you back to halftime here in the Shaw Gymnasium, and we've got a history lesson brought to you by Coach Leb.
Hey, Luca, tonight we're going to the last state championship we'll review of the season was actually the last state championship in the women's program, which was in 2018. The Class B state championship team that finished 23-4. The assistant to Coach O that year was Tim Webb, and Tim actually was a longtime assistant to Coach, and then when Coach O retired in 2019, Tim Webb actually took over the reins as the head coach of Detroit Country Day. Tim eventually left Country Day and entered the college ranks of coaching to be an assistant coach at U of D Mercy, and currently he's an assistant coach on the Oakland University women's basketball coaching staff. You know, as I said, this was the last state championship in program history during the Coach O era, and it was a veteran group. They've been through many battles over the 4 years in the program, and this senior group They had won as a freshman in 2015, and they won the previous year in 2017. So they had a lot of confidence coming into the season. And Coach O scheduled accordingly. They had a very rigorous schedule and finished the regular season at 16-4. And something to note, their 4 losses came to 4 teams that all made the Final Four in their respective classifications. As they entered the playoffs, they were battle-tested and really ready to make a deep run in the playoffs and defend their title. In the semis, they faced Kingsley, who was the number 1 team in the state, who was 26-0, 70-54, setting a matchup with Jackson Northwest, who was the number 3 team in the state. Also, they were entering the state championship 25-1. DCDS started with a 5-0 run to start the game and carried the play through the first quarter and was up 23-13 after 1. And at half, we were up 34-26, and that was about the closest the game got. We dominated in the paint with our post players scoring 32 points in the game. And along with that, one of the deciding factors was our defensive pressure put on Jackson Northwest all game long. As a team, we had 15 steals in that state championship game, and that resulted in 26 points over turnovers and led to 12 fast break points. Ultimately, we won 64-48, capturing Country Day's 13th and final state championship in this unbelievable program. As I said, they had a special senior group who graduated with 3 state championships, and as a class finished 95-11 overall while playing at Country Day. Some key players on that team, the person that led them through the 4-year period was Kayla Webb, who was assistant coach Tim Webb's daughter. She had 11 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 6 steals in that championship game. She ended up being a 3-time All-State player, Miss Basketball finalist. And after Country Day, she initially went to Providence. She made the Big East All-Freshman team. But then when her father got the assistant job at U of D, she transferred to U of D to play for her father. She was a 3rd-team All-Horizon at U of D. And then once she finished her undergrad, she was able to do a grad transfer year at Florida Gulf Coast University. Another player on that team was Jasmine Powell. She had a monster game in that championship game, 19 points, 4 assists, 4 steals. She was a 2-time All-State player. She initially went to Minnesota, was all Big Ten freshman, 1st team All Big Ten. She then transferred to Tennessee, where she was a SEC academic honor roll several years. You had Adriana Folks. She had 12 points, 7 rebounds, 2 steals, went on to Indiana State. Maddie Novak had 13 points, 4 rebounds, 1 steal. She ended up going to Stetson, finished top 10 in 3-point shooting in her career, and did a grad transfer year at Mount St. Mary's. Maxine Moore, another All-State player. She went to Western Michigan, eventually followed Kayla to play for Tim at U of D, and then finished her career at Wayne State, where she was a GLIAC All-Academic team member. And finally, another player, Morgan Morrison, went to NYU, ended up being a Division III All-American as a senior and a Division III National Player of the Year as a senior at NYU. So unbelievable, talented team, a core group that just carried them to 3 state championships. And that was the 2018 Class B state champion, 23-4, and the final and 13th state championship under Coach Orlando's guidance for Country Day.
Thank you, Lep, for that little history lesson, our final history lesson of the year.
Hard to believe, Luca. This is the last broadcast.
Just about a minute into this second half of action, each team put 2 on the scoreboard, not missing a whole lot in that first minute here, and now Grosse Pointe South with it. It's Bernard working. Some movement here for the Blue Devils. Duff on the right side. Back center court to Bernard. Trying to get her team ready to go. Spockert working against Crispin. Driving down low, puts one up and fouled. Spockert will go to the line to shoot 2 now.
You know, Luca, while we have a little break in action here, what a great halftime senior day for Ariana. You know, I just can't say enough about Coach Dean and her staff, the athletic department, the crowd. She obviously has a huge following here, and that just represented what a special person she is. But that was pretty impressive, honoring the one senior on the team.
Yeah, absolutely. If there's a senior night festivities that you could, I mean, it's about as good as you can imagine here at the Shaw Gymnasium. Really a great sight to see and great celebration here on senior night.
Absolutely.
Absolutely fitting. Here's Wiggins in the corner for three. That one's no good. Rebound for Jayla Jackson. Jackson back to Wiggins for three. Oh, that one's no good. Patty with the rebound for the Blue Devils.
I think if Ariana hits a three, the roof's going to pop off there, just waiting for her to hit a three, and it's pretty exciting to watch this.
6 points on the night for Wiggins. That pass is poked away by Erico and just goes out of bounds. The Blue Devils will keep it. Lupo inbounds. Finds Bockert down low, puts one up. That one's no good. Wiggins tips it up. It's Duff with it now. Almost lost it. Puts up a shot. That one's no good. Gets her own rebound. Blue Devils will reset. It's Bockert with it. Over to Lupo. Back Bockert on the left side. That one's tipped by Erico. And over and back on Bernard. So the Yellow Jackets will take over.
Just real impressive with Country Day's performance. We are still playing extremely hard on defense, and that's usually a first thing to go when you get a situation with a differential like this. But that's just impressive, and it goes to show they've got their eyes set on the prize at Breslin.
Jackson in the corner for three. That one's no good. Long rebound for Crispin. Nice little pass to Blackwell. Now back to Jackson. Cross court for Rico. Now inside Wiggins. Puts it through.
Great look. Great finish. Contested layup there by Ariana.
She's had a great night under the basket. Now here on defense, working against Lupo and forcing a travel. Crispin taking it up for Country Day now. Finds a Rico driving baseline. Pass out to Jackson. Jackson drives. Kicks it out. Blackwell to Wiggins for three. That one's no good. Saved by Jayla Jackson. She was out of bounds, so Grosse Pointe South will take over.
Yeah, I think everyone in this gym, the players, coaches, and certainly the crowd, our student section, they want one of those threes from Ariana.
Bernard with it for the Blue Devils, working against Erico. Now it's Patty. Bounce pass. Bernard was cutting inside. They'll say it bounced off of a Yellow Jacket, so Grosse Pointe South will keep it. Bernard to inbound. Directing traffic. Bounce pass into Duff. That one's taken away by Jayla Jackson. Just batted it out of bounds.
Yeah, we come from all angles defensively. You got to worry about us getting the steal when you're bringing it up the court. When you pass, you got to worry about us intercepting it. And then when you shoot, we have several players that can block. We just are suffocating on defense tonight.
Bernard to inbound again. It's Duff down low and fouled on her way up by Nia Crispin. Crispin has 2 fouls. No one on the floor with more than 2 fouls for either team. Duff at the line to shoot 2 now for the Blue Devils. First one's good.
I just can't get over Luca. What a great sight. I think you mentioned it earlier. This has got to be maybe the most people attending a women's game, and for senior night, how special is that for Ariana? It's just great.
Yeah, it's amazing to see the Shaw Gymnasium bleachers full, and
absolutely,
it's well deserved not only for Ariana Wiggins but for this entire team for all the work they've put in this year.
Yeah, they're having a tremendous year, and it's just shows you how much people appreciate all the efforts they've had all season long.
Bernard working from the corner, puts up a mid-range shot. That one's good. Bernard has had a nice night. Bounce pass from Crispin to Wiggins. Wiggins bounces it into Arico. Kicks it out. It's Crispin for three. That one's no good. Arico with the offensive rebound. And that'll be a foul. That goes on Bockert. She has 3 fouls. Crispin to inbound for Country Day. Goes down low for Wiggins, who's fouled on her way up.
Yeah, we just have so many players on the court. You know, all 5 can score from all different spots. And, you know, I just can't say it enough. We are peaking at the right time. Last regular season game, getting ready for districts next week where they will be the number 1 seed. And, again, I'm sure there's a lot of coaches out there wondering what can we do against this team defensively because they just can score from all over the court.
Wiggins at the line for the Yellow Jackets, hit the first. And 2 for 2. Wiggins has 10 points on senior night. Bernard bringing it up. Slowing it down for the Blue Devils. Now over to Duff. Left side Lupo. All movement on the perimeter for the Blue Devils. Cross-court pass, it's Bockert on the left side. Now Duff. They tried to get it into Bernard. It was tipped. Now Duff going inside. That one just falls out. Nice job to get the offensive rebound. They'll reset it. It's Bernard. Double team. Pass over to Bockert for 3. That one's no good. Offensive rebound for Duff. Bernard on the left side. Back to Bockert. Over to Duff on the right. Puts up a 3. That one's good.
Been real impressed all night with Duff's game. Again, she can attack the basket, plays great defense, and obviously she can shoot. Really good player.
Arico working. Draws a double team now inside. Wiggins!
Nice left hand off the glass there. Really, again, we are on all cylinders here. And, you know, I don't think we're scoring at a clip in the third like we did in the first half, but we're still going to have a great chance of getting the 70s tonight. And, you know, you score 70 points. That's a pretty high number in high school basketball.
Yellow Jackets facing a press from Grosse Pointe South. Arico with it. Passes picked away by Bockert. Bockert finds Bernard right side for 3. That one's short. Wiggins with the rebound. Wiggins trying to cut through the traffic now. Finds Jayla Jackson. Jackson drives, puts one up, and fouled.
Another strong drive by Jayla. Knows how to use her body to draw contact. Still getting the shot off. Gets fouled and a chance to hit a couple free throws here. But, you know, it's been impressive all season how consistent our team plays, individually and as a team.
Jackson hits the first free throw. That was the second foul against Duff for Grosse Pointe South. They have 4 team fouls in the third quarter, so another one would put the Yellow Jackets in the bonus. And Jackson hits them both.
Well, she must have been listening to you when she missed those 2 free throws in the second quarter. Those were pure stroke there.
Bernard taking it up. Under 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. Yellow Jackets up 53-28. Bernard, fadeaway mid-range jumper. That one falls. Arico with it. Cross-court pass, Wiggins. Pass over to Schwartz in the corner for 3. That one's no good. Rebound, Hamoud. Back out to Eunice. Eunice working. Bounce pass to Wiggins. It just floats away. Now Duff going down low.
Yeah, like I said, Duff, great player, great steal there, and finish with the left. Again, very impressive performance tonight by her.
Arico with it now for the Yellow Jackets. Wiggins for 3. That one's no good. Rebound goes out of bounds. Yellow Jackets will keep it.
Yeah, I really hope Ariana can get one tonight from behind the arc because I just want to see what the crowd's going to do. There is a buzz every time she lets one fly.
Here she is with it. Pass over to Rico in the corner for 3. That one's no good. Rebound out to Maya Hamoud, and that one's picked away by Bernard. Bernard finds Bockert down low, and that one doesn't fall. Bernard tips it out to Duff. Back out to Bernard, mid-range jumper. That one's true. Bernard has 18 points. Under a minute to go now in this third quarter. Wiggins with it. Left side to Rico. Now it's Eunice. Lost it for a second, and it's taken away. Bernard down low and putting it through. 20 points for Bernard now. She leads all scorers. And there's a timeout from the Yellow Jackets with 26 on the clock in this third quarter.
Yeah, great job by Grosse Pointe South. They came in here out of halftime and still fighting and clawing their way back. I mean, we still have a comfortable lead, but they have certainly carried the third quarter, I feel like, with their play.
Yeah, they've outscored the Yellow Jackets in the third quarter 18-10.
Yeah, so, they obviously are probably talking right now, hey, let's get a stop. If we can get a steal, potentially score, get this to a 15-point game, and you never know. But, again, at halftime, this was a borderline going to be a blowout game, and so you have to give credit to Coach Richards and the Grosse Pointe South team to keep fighting and come out of half and, push the Yellow Jackets here. Luca, last night we had 2 of our teams, the men's basketball and hockey team, playing the playoffs. And unfortunately, the men's hockey team lost in the regional final 5-3 to Gabriel Richard. But a great season by Coach Novak and his crew. And, they truly got the best efforts all season long. And to get to that point was pretty impressive. And then the men's basketball team absolutely lost a heartbreaker in overtime to Pontiac in the district semifinals. So, women's basketball, I believe, is the only winter sport still active. So they're going to have the whole attention of the school, and, everyone's behind them hoping for this deep playoff run.
And the attention's well-deserved for this team. Here's Bernard on a fast break for Grosse Pointe South, putting it through. Only 6 seconds on the clock. Yellow Jackets will have to work quickly. It's Arico with it with 2 on the clock. Pass over to Wiggins. Buzzer beater 3 is no good, and that will end the third quarter. Yellow Jackets up 53-38.
Well, that's exactly what we talked about coming out of the timeout. Get a steal, score, and now it's 15 at going into the fourth quarter. And, Coach Richards is probably talking to his players about let's get it to 7 or 8 with 4 to go. Let's cut this lead in half by halfway through the fourth, and then maybe we got a chance here to get this thing close and down to the wire. Again, can't say enough what an impressive performance coming out of halftime.
Yeah, absolutely. Finishing that quarter with 20 points after scoring only 18 in the first half. So very impressive performance by the Blue Devils, like you said, in that third quarter.
Yeah, and, again, this is the last tune-up for both teams before playoffs start. So at half, I'm sure Coach Richards would say, hey, we got to show some grit, and we got to come back in this third quarter and show them what we're made of. And now Coach Dean is probably talking about, hey, this could be a playoff game where we have a sizable lead and they cut into it. Now it's a game. We got to respond. It's our time to respond in the fourth. And I'm confident that our girls will. But, what a great senior night, last tune-up for the playoffs.
Here's Jackson with it for the Yellow Jackets. Wiggins for 3 in the corner, and she got it! And the roof comes off the building.
There it is. That's what everyone's been waiting for. Great answer there by the Yellow Jackets and certainly Ariana.
Grosse Pointe South now working. Down low, there's a foul called against Jayla Jackson. That'll be her second.
Yeah, we were waiting for that 3, and thank you, Ariana, because I did not want to leave this game without seeing that go through. And great response.
Bernard to inbound for the Blue Devils. Finds Lupo in the corner for 3. That one's no good. Offensive rebound now goes out of bounds, and the Yellow Jackets will take over. Wiggins will inbound to Crispin. Crispin now left side, it's Jackson. Blackwell in the corner. And that'll be a double dribble. Duff's inbound pass tipped out of bounds by Arico. Grosse Pointe South will keep it. Duff finds Patty. Immediate trap by the Yellow Jackets. Back over to Duff, and a foul call. That one will go against Arico.
Yeah, we got 2 quick fouls right away here in the fourth. The last thing we want to do is get to 5 and have Grosse Pointe South in the bonus. So that'll be something to monitor, and hopefully we can, avoid getting a ticky-tack foul here.
That's the 3rd foul on Arico tonight. Bernard with it now for the Blue Devils. Over to Duff. Now it's Lupo right side, up to Bear. Left side, Bernard. Finds Duff in the corner for 3. That one's good.
What a game by her. She's very impressive.
11 points for Duff. Now that one's taken away. It's Bernard with it. Bernard going down low. That one's no good. Rebound Blackwell. Met with a trap, and Duff took it away, falling to the floor. It's Bear going down low. That one's no good. Bernard with it. Puts up a shot, and that one finally goes through.
Have to be impressed with the fight that Grosse Pointe South is showing. They're not giving up on this game, and consequently, we're going to be pushed here to finish this the way we want to.
Crispin with it. Now Wiggins in the corner for 3. And that one goes through. Ariana Wiggins, 18 points on senior night.
What a night by her, and she's starting to heat up in the fourth quarter, her last quarter in Shaw Gymnasium, and couldn't be happier for her.
Bernard with it now. Grosse Pointe South moving the ball around a little bit here. And that one's taken away by Arico all by herself. Bernard looking to inbound through the Yellow Jacket press. Finds Duff. Challenged by Jackson, who takes it away. Jackson going down low. And one for Jayla Jackson.
What a move. I mean, that's a Sports Center top 10 play if you've ever seen one. What body control, the up and under, the and one opportunity. Again, just so many weapons on this roster.
Jackson converts on the 3-point play. 19 points for her tonight.
Grosse Pointe South makes a run, gets us down to 13, and we go on a run ourselves, and now it's back to a 21-point lead.
8-0 run for the Yellow Jackets. They've responded very well to the quicker start by Grosse Pointe South in that fourth quarter. I mean, this is amazing.
Yeah, we're dangerous in that we can score in spurts that are just overwhelming. Yeah, we've seen it so many times. We can go on an 8-0, 10-0, 12-0 run in under 2 minutes, and the swings is something that teams are difficult. They claw back, to a point where they're feeling like they have a chance, and then boom, 8-0 run, back to 21, where we are comfortable.
.5:33 to go on senior night here from Shaw Gymnasium. Grosse Pointe South to inbound, working against the Yellow Jacket press. It's Bernard with it on the baseline. Gets it into Duff, working against Blackwell. Back to Bernard. Grosse Pointe South struggling against the pressure a little bit. Duff with it now, going all the way. Doesn't fall. Jackson with the rebound. Jackson brings it up for the Yellow Jackets. Bounce pass Wiggins left side. Cross court to Crispin. Straight down low to Arico, putting it up and fouled.
Great ball rotation there. You have Ariana with the skip pass to Naya. Naya, the one touch right to CC on the block, good spin move, and gets fouled, chance to get two shots here.
Rico at the line. First one's no good. Rico 1 for 2 now at the line at that trip.
You know, one thing that we're doing, and we've done it all year, teams have to play a full 32 minutes against us, and we can press at any point. We've gone back to this recently, and man, very impressive with our style of play all season long.
Bernard with it on offense for the Blue Devils, under 5 minutes to play. Cross court pass to Duff. Poked at by Jackson, goes out of bounds. Grosse Pointe South will keep it.
You know, can't say enough against, Ariana's, averaging a little bit under 10 points a game, but to have a night like this, 18 points so far is just what a great night of basketball.
What a great job there by CC Rico to poke that one and create a turnover for the Yellow Jackets. Crispin with it. Now Jackson left side. Pass over to Wiggins in the corner for 3. That one's short. Rebound for Sanaya Blackwell. Blackwell bounces it back to Wiggins. Now over to Jackson. And that one's taken away by Duff, rolling on the floor. And Crispin takes it right back. Long pass down to Blackwell. Lays it up and lays it in. Sanaya Blackwell on the board.
What a great look by Naya and finish by Sanaya.
There's a tie-up and a foul called. Foul goes against Wiggins, her first. Grosse Pointe South inbounds to Duff. Now it's Bernard with it. Bernard looking for an open teammate. It's Lupo on the left side. Gets it back over to Bockert now. Duff with some movement. This one goes across, tipped by Jackson, so Duff can take it back over. Jackson giving her a hard time. Almost goes out of bounds. Trapped up against the sideline, and a timeout called by Grosse Pointe South. They'll have one remaining now.
Yeah, you wonder if Ariana's starting to get to that point. She sees the clock at 3.5 minutes, game well in hand. If the moment starts to hit her a little bit, anyone in this position, it's not like there's a chance this is going to overtime. So I'm sure there's a range of emotions running through her, and I just can't say enough. We've had 3 great senior nights this year between football with our victory over UAD, our men's basketball with our victory over, I believe it was Detroit Douglas, if my memory serves, and then obviously tonight against Grosse Pointe South.
Here's Grosse Pointe South working on the offensive end. Duff trying to put one through, doesn't go. Jackson with the rebound, pushes it up to Crispin. Crispin tried to get it over to Blackwell, goes out of bounds. I believe Wiggins' career high, I was doing a little bit of research here, was 19 points back in her freshman year. She's at 18 right now.
We got to get her another bucket, Luca. That wouldn't be special, wouldn't it? Break your career high on senior night.
Yellow Jackets bring the press once again. 3:10 to go in this one. Duff almost lost it, gets it over to Bockert left side. Back to Duff, going down low over Wiggins and putting it through. And that broke an 11-0 run by the Yellow Jackets. Now here's Wiggins. Back over to Crispin. Back to Wiggins for 3. That one's no good. Blackwell fighting on the offensive glass. She got it back. Now Crispin will reset. Over to Jackson for 3. Got it! Jayla Jackson, 22 points on the night.
So many weapons offensively. A truly impressive effort tonight.
Bockert working. Now over to Bernard. Back to Bockert, and it just flies out of bounds. Yellow Jackets take over again.
You know, on the right night, our team, there's no off switch offensively. I mean, they're going to shoot it, and they got great shooters, drive, fast break. And like we said, you better be ready to score 70, 80 points to beat us.
Crispin working with it from the top. Cross court, Wiggins for 3. No good. Arico with the offensive board puts it up. That one's no good. Blackwell with the putback.
Great tip there by Sanaya. That's high level right there.
Here's Lupo with it. Trying to work inside, puts one up and puts it through. Crispin will take it up, under 2 minutes to go in this one now. Finds Arico on the right side. Cross-court pass, Wiggins. Over to Jayla Jackson. Jackson working. Back out to Arico. Arico finds Wiggins down low, puts one up, and puts it through! Ariana Wiggins with 20!
Great finish there. Great vision with the pass. What a great effort by Ariana.
And I think that's her career high there.
It's awesome. So cool to see on senior night.
Here's Duff with it. Left side now, Bockert. Back to Duff. Bernard with it on the right side. Lupo on the left. Lots of ball movement here, and Blackwell takes it away, going all the way for the Yellow Jackets. That one's no good. Rebound for Duff, taking it up for the Blue Devils, under a minute to go. And a travel called. Yellow Jackets will take over. And Alina Eunice comes in. Ariana Wiggins will head to the bench on senior night. And a standing ovation from this crowd as she steps off the court for the final time with a 20-point career-high performance. What a great night by Ariana Wiggins.
What a class move by Coach Dean. Knows the game's in hand. Sub Ariana out so everyone can give her a send-off, appreciation on her senior night. Just, you said it's a magical night. You couldn't script this if it was a movie tonight.
Duff with it at the top now. It's Bear on the right side. Back to Duff. Now Schweschinger. Back out Duff for 3. That one's no good. Rebound to Rico. 30 seconds to go on this regular season for the Yellow Jackets. Jackson on the logo. Over to Crispin left side. Now Eunice. 20 seconds left on the clock. Arico back over to Jackson. And Jackson will just dribble this one out with 10 seconds to go. Our final 74-47, and what a great way to wrap up the regular season for the Yellow Jackets and for senior night. I mean, this night was just poetic.
Yeah, you know, you've got a couple checkpoints as you get into your last game of the year, and certainly senior night. A, you want to win. B, you want to play well. C, you want to feel like you're ready for the playoffs. And D, you want to have a great program for your senior, and you hope that she performs well. And Country Day checked all those boxes with flying colors. And again, you couldn't. I'm sure if Coach Dean, you asked her this morning, what do you hope out of tonight's game and senior night for Ariana, what actually happened probably exceeded her wildest dreams.
It really doesn't get any better than this. I mean, full Shaw Gymnasium on senior night. A great win by the Yellow Jackets. A great performance by the lone senior on this team. I mean, who could have wrote it up any better than this?
Couldn't. And you know what? Sometimes special things happen for special people, and that's what happened tonight with Ariana.
We will be joined in just a few moments by the senior Ariana Wiggins. And what a great performance she had with 20 points for your Country Day Yellow Jackets on senior night. Let's throw it down to our sideline reporter, Gavin Hoppy. He's with Ariana Wiggins. Take it away, Gavin.
Thanks, Luca. Senior night, your family's all here, a career high in points. Ariana, what did this night mean for you?
It meant everything. These last 4 years have been great, so just to finish it off, last home game on a strong note, it just feels great. And to be surrounded by my friends, my family, just feels amazing.
Ariana, what does it mean to be a part of this team? This is a team that's known for its camaraderie, known for your togetherness, the way you guys just flow with each other. It's really been incredible to watch all year and even the past couple of years. What does it mean to just be a part of this community?
It's amazing. It's really a family. Like, we've grown, we team bond, we do everything together, we eat lunch together. Like, we're just really close, and I love them. So I'm just glad I could do this last ride with them.
You know, Ariana, last week we had the men's senior night, and obviously tonight for you. And, you know, I made the point during the broadcast, whether you like it or not, you're going to be the center of attention. And I asked the seniors last week, and I'd like to ask for you, and I don't know if you know, I'm an alum of this school, and so I've been through this. Have you taken a moment to kind of think about your 4 years and now you're a senior, the only senior, and what it's been like to think about when you were a freshman and now, you know, you looked up to seniors all this time and to be the lone senior, and how's that been for you?
It's been amazing, honestly. Like, my team, my freshman year, the seniors I had, they were great. They welcomed me, so it just made me feel like I was part of the team. And I just feel like we're all like leaders, and they're just my best friends. So it's just fun to just be around them, and it doesn't really feel like I'm a senior. It just feels like I'm another person on the team, and it's amazing.
Well, I can tell you it's a testament to you as a person. The crowd today, the halftime honoring you, and the cheering, all the students here, and I assume you have a lot of family members here and friends. I mean, just an awesome, awesome night, and I hope you know that has a lot to do with the person that you are.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us, Ariana, and what a great night here for the Yellow Jackets. Ariana Wiggins finishing with 20 points on the night, and the Yellow Jackets getting the victory 74-47. What are your kind of final takeaways before these Yellow Jackets head into the playoffs?
Yeah, we're ready. They're definitely determined to make a deep playoff push consistently on the back end of this season. We've had some scores, lopsided victories, but what I've noticed is during that, even late in the fourth quarter, our effort level does not change. So they look primed and ready, and, like I said, I think through districts and regionals, we are going to be in great shape, and I am predicting a showdown with DEPSA, who beat us last year, and, we got to get through these first couple steps, but I guess that's my analysis on watching the Yellow Jackets through these last couple weeks. We're ready, and that's just any coach, that's where we want to be.
Yeah, now tonight's senior night broadcast isn't just the end of the 2025 women's basketball regular season. It's also my final broadcast as a Country Day student. And what a journey it really has been. Since I was young, I've always wanted to call play-by-play, and I'm beyond grateful that Country Day made that dream a reality for me. Being part of this community has been an incredible privilege, and I'm blessed to attend a school that, fosters creativity and innovation, and I've constantly been surrounded by people who encourage and inspire me. I can't possibly thank everyone who's contributed to what we've been able to accomplish here, but I do want to give a special shout out to a few people that have really made a difference in this journey. I have to start by thanking my advisor, Ms. Mahabir. She pushed me out of my comfort zone and encouraged me to make a real impact here on campus, and without her support, I might have never stepped behind the mic. So for that, I'm forever grateful. A huge thank you to Mr. Porter, the voice of Yellow Jackets football and men's basketball. As a sophomore, I never imagined stepping into his announcer's booth, but he welcomed me in and showed me the ropes. I'll never forget halftime of my first game at Shaw Stadium when he turned to me and asked if I wanted to take the third quarter. He believed in me before I believed in myself, and I'll always, always be grateful for that opportunity. I'd also like to thank Mr. Luft in the athletic department for giving me the opportunity to announce more games as a sophomore and discover my passion and really discover just how much I loved sharing these athletics events with everyone. I can't thank Mr. Cooper in the athletic department enough. He's been my go-to from day one of starting this play-by-play journey. He never, ever hesitated to let me try something new, and his investment and confidence in me mean more than I can ever express. His dedication to growing this program is a testament to his commitment to Country Day athletics, and he is the ultimate reason I've been able to share these games with the Yellow Jacket community. I also want to thank several coaches who have been particularly supportive of me. First, Coach Dan McLean, who welcomed me into his football program and gave me the chance to broadcast his games. He was always there to answer my questions about his team, even when things weren't going so smoothly. I also want to thank Coach Amber Dean of the women's basketball program. She has always shown her excitement and support for my dream and has never hesitated to come on for an interview. She always makes me feel welcome in the athletic office and the Shaw Gym and is a positive influence on everyone around her. A special thanks also to all the players and coaches who have joined us for interviews on our broadcasts. It's truly been an honor to have them on, and it's really added a great element to our broadcast. It isn't easy to answer questions after an exhilarating win or a tough loss, and I really appreciate their willingness to put the headset on and join us. A huge thank you to everyone who shared the mic with me this year. Firstly, Hassan Abdallah, who was my first ever broadcast partner. Scott Kane, who has supported me in so many ways, from the classroom to the booth to just walking through the halls. And finally, Steve Lepkowski. Lep, you've been all in on these broadcasts since the moment you stepped into the Shaw Stadium press box. Your preparation and dedication have made me better, and I wouldn't want to share the mic with anyone else. And finally, to everyone who has ever tuned in, thank you. My goal has always been to bring Country Day athletics to as many people as possible, and I am so grateful to have had the chance to do that. For one last time, alongside Steve Lepkowski, I'm Luka Nowinski, signing off from Shaw Gymnasium. Good night. And forever, go Jackets.